Alright, welcome back folks to another Discord League cast. We have another crane mirror between James Balthus, aka Osan. He is a 3-time Hatamoto. He's been a Dragon Hatamoto, a Scorpion Hatamoto, and now lastly he achieved Crane Hatamoto at PAX South. And then we have KingAnj, who is playing also Crane. Balthus is playing Crane Crab with the Crab Seeker Splash of 3 Pathfinder's Blades, 3 Reprieves, and 2 Skirmishers. He's also playing 3 Finger of Jays and 3 Above Questions. So he's actually very heavy on attachments here. So definitely different style of Crane deck. So we'll see if that works out. And then we see the opposite true for Anj here, who has no attachments and is playing 3 Legion of 1 and 3 Ready for Battle as his splash. Balthus doesn't have any Steward of Laws or political rivals, which is very interesting. So we'll see if that comes back to bite him. And Balthus is also playing Frostbitten Crossing. Interesting enough, that card really has fallen out of favor. Frostbitten Crossing and Public Forum in this row here. And then Anj is playing Public Forum. I don't know why people are playing Public Forum. You don't have to do that when you're playing when you're playing Secret Clan. But we'll see. So looks like Anj won the die roll. We see Scouts see Guest of Honor for Anj though. Guest of Honor being very warping in this matchup, but we'll see if that comes through. Alright, I'm grabbing, it looks like Noman's gonna be my co-caster.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Not too much, should be fun to cast something.
Oops.
Who is it? Oh, is it the High Roll mirror? Or the Draw Way of the Crane mirror?
Yeah, it's the Crane mirror. I sent you the password. It's, KingAnj versus Osan. Osan is, James Balthus. He's a 3-time Hatamoto. He got Hatamoto with 3 different clans, actually.
On the other hand, I see a Guest of Honor with 2 Fate.
Yeah. See, yeah, I think this is a mistake. There should be 4 Fate on that Guest of Honor.
No, I thought you were gonna say 3.
No, come on, man. I've already moved past the 3 Fate meta. I'm on to 4 Fate meta.
Alright, let's find out if in another 3 months we're playing 5 Fate on people.
yeah.
So am I going to have to run, like, Oni Mask and Swim?
Yeah. Look, Tadaka 4 Fate was unreal.
Yeah, that was fair, and for some values of fair.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I was just talking to Travis earlier about how I really hate this style of release, where one clan just gets to have a bunch of cards, and it's literally going to be years before every clan has the same level of cards. It's just really...
Yeah, that's totally fair.
It's really bad for from a competitive standpoint, and Travis was just like, yep, but FFG don't care. I was like, okay. I mean, that's how it's going to be, I guess. Mad Magician, Frostbitten Crossing isn't even close to Restoration if your opponent is Dragon. I have this card called Pathfinder's Blade, and I can sacrifice 1 attachment instead of all of them.
Also, you can send something that doesn't have your attachment.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas you can't just not have cards when you're attacking, it turns out. Also, I'd like to complain that KingAnj is playing 41 cards, so he deserves to lose.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's... inefficiencies are there. Whatever.
I'm just required to say that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright. Public service announcement over. So provinces... Public Forum?
Yeah, both players are playing Public Forum. I don't know why. It's just like, you have this thing called Seeker Roll, where you don't have to play bad provinces.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens.
So...
Cautious Scout means they're all bad provinces, though.
Yeah, that's true. Runs into meditation, so blank province is still blank. Contesting Void, wanting to basically get this guest off as fast as possible.
It's a shame it doesn't have 4 Fate on it.
Yeah, see, he would have... he got the passing fate too, so right, he'd still have 1.
So, you presumably don't want to defend this?
I would imagine so.
You could do so much unfair nonsense with Guest. It doesn't even matter much if you hit Shameful, because its Doji representative's already honored.
none of the clans, or sorry, none of the players are playing like they're one's on Lion Splash, one's on Crab Splash. So
Well, I mean, I can see why to put Pathfinder's Blade in one's deck.
that's reasonable.
Not so sure about Legion at 1.
So it's tough when your client doesn't have access to attachment control, so that's why like Scorpion can get away with it because they have calling.
Yeah, I assume somebody thought that Frostbitten Crossing was attachment control, but that only discards attachments named Pathfinder's Blade, so it's not very good.
Yeah. So we see an incoming charge get canceled by Voice of Honor.
So that was what was that going to play? I guess Yoshi.
Probably Yoshi. You could charge the rep if you want, and then pull the rep out.
I guess, but is that even worth a card in a Fate?
Well, you get to do 2 attacks then.
That's fair. I guess it could be charge Yoshi into like triple Paul debate. That would be good.
That'd be pretty dope. I mean, just like charge Yoshi into one. Well, I mean, charging the rep is the same thing. You can Paul debate, and then after you see the hand, you leave.
That's fair.
Like
Yeah,
you could take something that would break.
Yeah, we should know the target, right? What did he play it on? Doesn't say.
I mean, in paper, your opponent would say the target, but in this, it doesn't. It just says it looks like it was trying to initiate. Yeah, it doesn't say. I'm assuming I'm assuming Osan was. It told him who was being targeted.
Yeah, it would. I'm pretty sure. So Guest is going to go. Hopefully, not hit meditations. Though his meditations, we get an excuse to tell them to put 4 Fate on their Guest.
That's true. Yo, Goon Wild, what's up, man? Who are you in real life? You know. Oh well, he runs into Frostbitten Crossing. Very useful province right now against the 0 attachments from.
Hey, you can flame it the second time. The first time it was just a Fate. It was a Fate.
Yeah, well, he should not block here. We should see no blocks.
I mean, yeah, it's Guest of Honor.
Well, we should also just he should let this thing die as fast as possible. KingAnj
yes.
is playing no attachments.
That's true. Get the bad provinces out of your deck.
Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Did you come to PAX South? I'm at James at PAX South.
Defense.
I can't imagine why. I guess he could leave if it just forces cards to be played, I guess?
Yeah, he defends and then moves home. Well, that is funny. That's not the kind of play I was hoping to see in this game.
Look. I'm all for people having fun, right? So, like, sometimes we forget that it is a game. I personally wouldn't do it in my own game, but I also wouldn't fault someone doing it.
Osan's not allowed to have fun. His deck is called Fun Police.
That's true. Well, no, see, the police are allowed to have fun. Other people are not.
Well, that does make sense with the fact that he just played a Voice of Honor a few seconds ago. Well, a few minutes.
Yeah, Mittens, Discord League is full of cranes, but I assume for Season 6, since the or maybe not the Invitational, because there's a lot of players who have their own decks, but for sure for Season 6, expect to just see Phoenix everywhere.
That Way of the Crane seems really suspect to me. Not that it can be punished, but I just don't see a reason to play it right now. I don't know, I guess if you're scared of it getting cancelled, but I think I'd honestly rather it get cancelled.
Yeah, agreed. So, yep. Discards court games. See Pathfinder's Blade come out here.
Yeah. So, just gonna look at conflict characters quick.
He has 3 rivals, 3 stewards, and a Harrier, I believe.
2 Harriers.
Sorry, yeah. So 2 rivals.
Only two rivals.
Yeah. Osan only has 2 skirmishers, which is crazy because Steward of Law is such a good card.
Yeah, as much as I think that people are overplaying conflict characters lately, Steward of Law. Have you read that card?
You've
read
good.
That card. Has everybody else read that card? It even turns off half of my deck.
Well, for shame is also obviously the combo, but I mean it just. Yeah, I don't know.
But it also blanks half of Scorpion cards, it seems like.
I mean, it also just protects you against things like Shameful Display and stuff. Like, you can just run into it on purpose.
And, you know, it's a 1/1 for 1. I hear those are good.
Yep.
You guys are playing Togashi Mendicant, right?
Look. 1-1 conflict characters are different than 1-1 dynasty characters. I'm only playing Togashi Mendicant because I need to be able to protect myself from Way of the Crab.
My point is, like, 1-1 conflict characters are so much better than 1-1 dynasty
Oh
characters.
yeah, it's not even close.
Steward's ability is so much better than, like, everything else in this game. Togashi Mendicant's ability isn't flavor text. That's the best thing I can say about it.
I have done some cool things. I have done cool things with it.
Like I said, it's not flavor text.
Like, you know, people don't play with it enough, but like, you know, leaving your storehouses till the end of the turn, so after you stack your deck, you then pop them to get the card.
That's fair.
Stuff like that. I had this really cool play once where I put a Yokuni where it was gonna be, and then after I played a card, I used Yokuni to copy Narishma to flip up the face down Yokuni to get a fate.
Yeah.
I think that was the cutest play I've done in this game. So interesting that he just runs into the meditations to lose his Pathfinder.
Yeah, if you were going to PFB, you should just strictly always flip something up, right? Well, I guess unless you're really concerned about the one fate. At home.
He's gonna declare an attack, I believe.
But this is fire, not earth.
Yeah.
Like, why play it now?
Interesting. Well, yeah. Now I wonder. Oh, he honors the rep again? Okay. So, Anj is playing 3 Legion of 1. So this could be a really strong play here if he Legion of 1s.
It's still expensive. Fate and 2 cards for a break.
I would pay a Fate and 2 cards for a break.
Yeah, I guess he's already got 1, so it's not too big. It's starting to get important.
It's not even 2 Fate. It's 1 Fate.
Yeah, 1 Fate.
Yeah.
2 cards.
Runs in
1
a
Fate,
fertile
2
fields.
cards, and get your opponent draw a card.
I mean, if he gets me the second break, I'm in.
That's fair. But what if he plays... Well, hang on, which of them has assassinations? I know only one of them
both do. Anj has 2. No, Osan doesn't have any, so yeah, this is super safe.
Yeah, that does make it a lot safer. Oh, do you see the... You see the anti-Scorpion tech in the Crab Splash deck with triple above question, triple Finger of Jade, triple Abrasive? You just can't kill anything.
But I mean, this matchup's already favorable, so that's why I don't think you need to go that far.
I mean, I can see why somebody might hate Scorpion, to be honest.
But then why would you play Frostbitten Crossing? We can see Charge here, someone points out. Yeah, he has 3 charges.
Yeah, I'm lost, sorry. Maybe he's playing Frostbitten Crossing as tech against Cloud the Mind.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, that is one way to do it. So, we see Bonsai come out here. So, threatening the break, or we're going to see a charge out from Osan. That's the only thing that will prevent the break. He could play his own skirmish. He could play a skirmisher plus a Bonsai, but that's really expensive to stop a break.
And that wouldn't even win the conflict.
Yeah. So there's the charge. Still expensive. I mean, it does stop the break.
Well, maybe it'll flip the holding.
Well, if he Legion of 1s here. Oh, admit defeat. Wow. And then he flips.
I just noticed the Lion Splash deck is not playing favorable ground. What do you think about that?
I think that's wrong. I think favorable ground is one of the most powerful cards in Dynasty.
Yeah, I pretty much agree.
Especially in a claim that has access to our Harpoon effect. Favorable ground plus Harpoon effects are some of the most unfair things you can do.
I noticed they're both playing Silver Tongue Magistrate as well. I'm not sure if you went
Wait, seriously?
before I got here. Yeah. 3 Silver Tongue Magistrate in Crab Splash and 2 in the Lion Splash.
What does this card do? While those characters...
It's the opposite of Unicorn.
So, I don't think this card is playable.
Maybe attack against Charge? Or maybe it's good against Crab, actually.
Sure, I can see that, actually. I mean, every Magistrate seems to be good against Crab, so I mean, these might as well be.
Hang on. The Crab Magistrate isn't good against Crab.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it messes up your defense. Sometimes you can't block with your keepers and you know your guardians and all that stuff.
I thought doesn't the Crab Magistrate only work when you're the defender?
Yep, and so if you defend with your small characters, they also don't count.
Oh, so you're saying it's even worse.
Yeah, so like if I have like Hida Guardian and Caillou Envoy, I can't use them with the Magistrate on defense because it blanks all characters while defending.
Interesting choices in this list. I wonder what they're doing.
Well, Silver Tongue Magistrate will blank this Guest of Honor.
It's true. Well, if they end up in the same conflict somehow.
Oh, there's a favorable ground.
That's true. Unfortunately, it does not actually blank the guest of honor. That would help.
Yeah.
Osan offering some good strategy advice. Just draw 3 cards.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where the term storm came from. Storm involves playing a lot of spells in the same turn, and no one ever does. People already do that because everything costs 0.
But with Yoshi, even more, everything is cost 0.
Sure. There's no rituals in this game. I can't see storm.
There is test of skill.
Yeah, test of skill is like a bad impulse.
Pretty good when it costs 0.
Yeah, that's fair. But no one's playing it, so.
I had to go check in case they were playing it.
Oh, I lied.
Actually,
no, I'm just playing it. All right. Yeah, I guess there's no attachments in the deck, so I should have expected test of skill.
Did you expect the 1 outwit?
Yeah, Shoot was playing that actually, so I would expect it.
4/5. Why is that? Why is there a 4 on this dial?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know why people in like matches that aren't gonna go to Dishonor bid less than 5.
I'm gonna give them some faith and go with misclick.
Reasonable. He's got Good Omen, obviously.
You made me check, but no.
Yeah, Test of Skill is probably gonna get cut for most people after they play against Tadaka, Test of Skill, and then turn off their hand.
My other problem with Test of Skill is that revealing the cards is a cost.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't make a lot of sense, that template.
So yeah, so if you play it, I cancel it, and we're in the bid 1 game, I know your next 3 draws, have fun.
Well, that, and also, and if it's just like Test of Skill reveals Voice of Honor, like something else, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just spend 1 cancel to stop you from drawing 2, and then they'll be off or whatever.
Yeah. Excuses already, come on, the game's not over. There's a guest with 2 Fate in play. I guess Silver Tongue Magistrate with Charge could be pretty good if people aren't expecting it. They're not against Guest of Honor.
That's true.
So what is there left to attack? It's roulette. You can have the completely free province, or you could have Shameful Display.
What? Oh yeah, Public Forum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mad Magician says, I don't think Silver Tongue Magistrate's playable because I've already moved on to the 4 Fate meta.
So, counter to 4 Fate meta, Swift Magistrate?
Yeah, I can't beat that card. I gotta Cloud the Mind it.
Come on, you have Doom Shugenja in clan.
Yeah, well, look, Doom Shugenja is a liability now. Now it just gets Karmic Twisted.
Wait. I guess.
So
what you're saying is if you want to beat Mind Desire, if you want to beat Mind Desire, play Unicorn Splash Phoenix.
Yeah, Support of the Phoenix, do it. Clarity of Purpose is very good too.
Yeah.
The Dragon Phoenix matchup is very annoying. Them having access to 6 against the waves and me having a very good Shugenja is very annoying. Well, Shane, they take my Fate off of my Neaton Master, and then they put on my Doom Shugenja, or they just take it with Embrace the Void. It's really fun. I don't know if you've experienced it yet, but it's just super fun, really interactive.
So, I noticed that Storehouse hasn't been popped. What do you think that means? Do you think that means he forgot? Do you think that means he doesn't want that province attacked?
Yeah, I think it means he forgot.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yes, Ruin. Playing Let Go on Embrace the Void is really horrific when your opponent also has access to 3 Cloud the Mines. Like, it's just a lose-lose situation.
Hang on. KingAnj says he guessed right after clicking on Shameful Display.
I think that he's being satirical, or he's just saying like he didn't actually guess right. I don't know.
I can't tell if it's that or if he actually just really didn't want to have to wait another turn to attack. But with double Guest of Honor here.
Yep, nothing's gonna get played, and Shameful Display is gonna swing the conflict.
Yep. So I count 5, 3.
Yeah, it's just 8 to 10 here.
Yeah.
There's no one has fans. Does Osan have fans? Yeah, Osan has fans, so he's the only person who can play cards in this.
It's not true. You could play characters.
Well, with one fate, he can play a 1/1 that won't change the conflict.
Yep. Because hopefully some box will get used if it.
Well, it also just wouldn't win the conflict. It'd just be 9 to 10.
Yeah, but if it would, then you just use box.
Yeah, we should see Yoshi get activated here. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we see the storehouse get activated now.
That's kind of like Yoshi.
It's 1/3 of Yoshi.
Hang on, Yoshi. The cost reduction. Actually, the cost reduction is actual nothing because there's a guest of honor in play.
Well, that and also just like realistically, the number of events that I've seen reduced by Yoshi is like in like 10%.
I've seen at least one test of skill be reduced by Yoshi.
Sure, but like that's literally it.
Somebody's played a Fury once, I'm sure.
Yeah, alright.
There's the one guy who splashes calling in favors.
Look, I just draw my 3 cards and I'm happy.
Or occasionally against a certain Phoenix player, you draw your 18 cards.
Look, I don't know what he's doing with his deck, but I didn't see any Cloud the Mines in the 2 times we played.
That would be because there weren't any.
Ah, okay. I did have a very fun game today with Tadakatsu. I played against a crab, and there ended up being 4 fate on the Void and the Earth Ring at one point because we just wouldn't give it to each other.
So what you're saying is that you should have played Netherworld.
yeah. Netherworld would have been sick.
Netherworld Black Lotus. You said there were no rituals in this game.
Yeah, Path of Man, there's our ritual.
That's not a ritual. Rituals can't cost 0.
Sure they can. Lotus Petal, like, or I mean, Black. You just said Black Lotus. LED.
I don't think any of those are rituals.
They're kind of rituals. I'm trying to think. Yeah, all right, fine. None of the actual rituals cause 0. Contest water, interesting. He's already winning. Oh, he's gonna go for a second.
That's bad. Is that bad?
I guess this gives him fate to play characters. I don't know how bad it actually is.
To play Paul Rival for his military conflict?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a Steward of Law.
He already had fate to play a Steward, though.
Maybe 2 Steward of Laws.
Hey, if my opponent drops 2 Steward of Laws,
well, what's it called? Osan should put Guest of Honor into this conflict. Instead of passing, you should just put Guest of Honor, so that way if Steward of Law does come down, it would have to be actual 2 characters. So we see Voice of Honor comes... Yeah, see
no, why don't you wait for...
the Steward to come down?
Well, my reasoning was if KingAnj wanted to resolve something before Guest, he should have just done it as his first action, so he didn't really have anything he needed to resolve.
Well, he just played an Assassination, so I mean, if you Manicure Garden and then move in, then Assassination just can't even be played.
Right. But I think he should have just played the Assassination.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm just saying when my opponent plays activates Manicure Garden, my action to respond is going to be to put Guest of Honor in.
That's reasonable. Maybe I have too much faith in my opponents.
Well, I mean, it's just you just see what your opponent does, right? Like, so my opponent has already activated Manicure Garden. It's my priority now, so I'm just like, okay, this is my action now.
That's fair. I was just thinking you might want to have the Guest in case there's an attack, because then you could ball debate with it.
Oh, sure, right. So if you move the Guest in, then you can't water it, so you have to water ring the rep?
No, I meant if you move the Guest in now, then you can't move the Guest in against an attack from KingAnj to play Paul debates at like +4.
Oh, sure. But I mean, would it be +4? It would only be +4 against a non-rival. He can play rival.
+2 against a rival, and also stop from forcing a break on most things. So it would force a break on Shameful.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I was thinking, but it can't be a rival. It's a mill attack.
Oh, it is. You're right. Okay, so yeah.
That he did play. So I think it's reasonable to not use favorable ground here, because in theory nobody should ever get punished by favorable ground here, even though in practice he did.
Ideally, also he wants to stand Guest of Honor, right, for his political attack.
Why is there a YOLO being said?
So we see Steward of Law show up. Okay. Now I probably move. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, KingAnj is on 6 honor right now. It's not a big deal if he gets favor back with Yoshi, but it could come to... he's gonna have an honor Guest leaving. Never mind, he's fine.
Yeah, it's because he played Assassination, obviously. But
yeah. Toradori moved down to I don't know if you watched the finals match, but he moved down to like 4 honor against me, and I'm like, nope, 5, bidding 5.
Yeah, that's usually reasonable. Mr. I have all. Yeah, favorable ground was face up on the table, sir.
Yeah, Osan says, yo, it was on the board. The classic on board, had it all.
But does he have a Paul debate?
So here's the real question. I'm really considering playing Phoenix now for this this tournament I have this weekend for a Naginata. I really want to win that weapon. But I'm probably going to just play Dragon. We'll see.
I think you're a really good Dragon player, but I also think you're probably just good whenever you play. So
Yeah. Well, the new Phoenix cards are just very fun to play with.
yeah, I might have to build a Phoenix deck, though I'm still going to play Scorpion in tournaments.
Yeah. I think it's I think currently what it is new girlfriend experience. Or I guess the honeymoon phase is the correct term.
I played Phoenix before we had Scorpion on TTS.
That's
so
fair.
I technically played Phoenix at one point.
I have like traditional Phoenix, the one with the old box, and like what they. I refused to play that deck. It was so clunky. I hated it.
But then for some reason they decided that you know what's fair in card games? Graveyard recursion.
Yeah.
You know what else is fair in card games? The word cannot.
Especially.
You know what else is fair in card games? Putting things into play from your graveyard again. Let's do all of those things.
The worst part about the graveyard recursion in this game is that a lot of the effects cost 0. It's not like in Magic where if you play Snapcaster Mage, you at least have to pay some amount of mana to flashback something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like at least like playing Snapcaster Mage costs you minimum 3 mana.
Hey, it can cost you 2 mana and 2 life.
I mean you usually don't snap probe.
I was gonna snap gut shot actually.
Oh sure. Maybe in standard. That was a standard play right there.
Did that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that in standard.
Yeah, that was a standard play for sure against Delver. I mean, Shane, Spirit Caller is fair and balanced because Lion sucks. Spirit Caller and LPB are both balanced because Lion is horrific right now. When Lion becomes better, we can go back to hating on those cards.
I still hate those cards.
What'd you say?
I still hate those cards because I think that if they want to fix Lion, it's really hard to do it in a way that's fun and balanced.
Well, I just don't think I don't think the balance team exists because the directions that they've taken this game and some of the decisions they've made leads me to believe that they don't care.
And I am ready. Wait. First off, nobody's splashing Unicorn. Second off,
that card is not very good.
That card says ready a unicorn character.
Yep, it is a racist card, only unicorn characters.
So unless you have Seal the Unicorn to go with it.
That'd be pretty dope. I would also have to DQ them.
Yeah. Yes, they're ready for battle, which definitely works here.
Well, also, Shane, without the printing a policy debate, Lion was literally actually oppressive. Like, if people know how to play Lion now, but like the meta has moved past Lion being good. But like if you went back to core now with all the Lions knowing how to play exactly, what to mulligan for, what to bid. Like in core, people were like one bidding with Lion instead of just bidding 5 and setting up just insane charge plays.
Yeah, I don't know why. Can they just like print these dials with the correct number on them?
Yeah. Like in core meta, all the Lions would bid 1 all the time. It's just like if you just bid 5 the first time and set up, a charge for greater glory, you just develop so much tempo you can't lose.
I got wrecked by the Lion in top 4 who bid 4 for some reason on turn 1 when I was expecting a 5. I was trying to kill an obstinate recruit.
Oh sure. What did you bid?
I think I bid 3.
Then you'd be tied. Yeah, that sucks. He next leveled you.
He also had triple spies at court and ring farming on pilgrimage.
Triple spies at court.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't caring about getting ring because it was he was attacking pilgrimage every turn, and then it was just spies at court, spies at court.
All right.
Put some keepers into play, spies at court. Huh.
Yeah, Shane. Instead of the Lions playing Good Omen, all they had to do was.
Do you like that 5 bid from KingAnj?
Does he win?
He does win, but he goes to 3 honor.
Maybe.
Well, let's look at
I don't like the 2 bid from Osan. I mean I would have bid 1 or 4.
I agree with both of those numbers. If there's a 1 mid from Osan here, this is just game over, right? KingAnj goes to 2 honor.
Yeah, well, he'll go back up to 3. Like right now, KingAnj is gonna go to 4, and he gets the knowledge right now.
Yeah. Wait, you have to think when you play Power Debate in this game?
Nah.
Says the person who, whatever he says, plays it, goes, please hold, I have to decide if I win.
Oh, yeah. That's just because Crane players have nothing in their hand all the time.
I see 10 cards, just because they don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. when I policy debated Toreador, he had 8 cards in his hand, and none of them did anything.
When you policy debated me earlier today, I had 14
Yeah, your hand was
cards,
so
and
bad.
none of them did anything.
I looked at your hand, and I think I literally typed your hand
says
sucks.
you did. Osan says your hand is really good. Are we looking at the same cards? So KingAnj is only on 2 Fate, so those Paul rivals are dead. Voices are offline. Young Harry just got discarded. Assassination is offline. Legion of 1.
He's gonna Water Ring this rep, and then he's gonna get an unopposed heir to put him down to 1. He'll go to 2 with this guest dying.
And he gets to pick up a Fate too.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
And he's first player next round.
Do you scout for Shameful here? Or do you not risk potentially hitting Fertile Fields and giving your opponent a card? You probably don't take the risk, right? You probably just attack Manicure Garden.
Yeah, if I'm... Well, hang on. Can you attack Manicure Garden? Because then he plays a Paul rival.
He's already used it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
then he...
If he's already used it, then you absolutely go there.
Based on him attacking it here, it looks like he has used it.
Yes.
I would also be okay with my opponent playing a naked Paul rival.
That's fair, but I think this game is over, assuming that, you know, things I probably shouldn't say. Oh, so if you somehow lose this, you can blame me.
Court games to remove the honored status.
Wait, me?
Oh, counter court games.
Really? You guys know there's a player in this game who's at effective 2 honor, right? I'm just saying, I feel like that's the player whose character should be getting court games right now.
Well, he just didn't have an opportunity to cast it, right? Like guest is just guest is just all conflicts.
Save it because the guest is going to be dead.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean, the thing is, what conflict are you going to play it in? Because any political conflict, the opposing guest is probably going to participate in.
Okay, but still, one of those court games should be saved, and I'm not even sure why they were fighting over that. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Osan's not winning this game on breaks.
I mean, he might, but like it's not likely. It's
first he has to not win this game on Dishonored.
Yeah.
Breaks.
Yeah, Shane points out at least Asami is leaving. That is a saving grace right there.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's another one.
Yeah, Asami's one of those characters that she's like Black Melt Artist. Towards the end of the game, when she shows up, she's just like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Hey, not always though.
That's true. At least not against you. Or not against Scorpion, I should say.
I was referring to the double blackmail artist when I called for it that did not actually do anything.
Oh, yeah. That's just because you couldn't play any cards.
Yeah.
You had to beat me with what was on board, and you were not able to do that because I got to keep playing cards. Really fun. Really fun that they... that card, if it was just a symmetrical effect, would have been balanced.
You did actually play around it well, though. You went to break my niece's province so that I wouldn't be able to niece all my dead cards into real cards.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like the new meta is going to be favorable to niece 4 Fate now?
Well,
hey, if I draw my whole deck, then I can play cards again.
Well, if you favorite niece 4 Fate, then I'll just karmic twist it onto one of your Kami or something.
Yeah, the fact you can karmic twist onto Kami makes me not want to play Kami. But
I'm considering cutting my skirmishers just because they're like having conflict characters that have to be characters. Like Tattoo Wanderer is still insane because it can become an attachment.
Yeah, but Tattooed Wanderer is always be insane. Like you're still gonna play Yuchi Wayfinder because have you read that reaction?
Yes. Look, provinces are good. I hear we do, and just like you called it, there is a Asami, along with an artisan.
Which was quite lucky because that was the only other one. There is no third Asami in the stack.
Osan says, I'm bad, mathed wrong. Interesting. Can't you just do first player political error at meditations?
Yeah, does he have a rival?
He does have a rival, but shouldn't matter, right? You get Artisan. Your opponent can't play events. Your opponent only has events and characters.
Yeah, this game looks. I don't see why there's any math to be done right or wrong here.
5, 10, 13, 14, 17 versus 3, 9. Did Anj already pass? No, he hasn't played anything. I think he's just dead, though.
Anj is dead, yeah.
Because we know his hand. Does Anj have a Way of the Crane in his hand?
Didn't see one. If there was one, it would have been discarded, I imagine, or been played or discarded.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess he has double rival. Actually, Anj can survive if he just plays double rival. So if he passes and plays double rival, is that enough?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
12, 14,
17 skill and play.
And that's against 5, 10, 13, 14, 17. So it's actually just tied. All right, so dead.
No, you can't use a summon in a tie, right?
Oh yeah, sure. So
actual rules in this game.
Well, no. Savvy Top Politician will get boxed. So that's -2 skill, so only 15.
Why did he play Savvy Paul instead of
Whisperer?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe he's trusting in the heart of the cards to draw Way of the Crane off the top.
I mean, I hear drawing Way of the Crane is an important skill in this matchup. So let's see if this is a skilled player.
I mean, if you draw one, you Savvy Politician, and then Yoshi gets 3 more strength, and you survive.
Yeah. And wait, did Osan have a rival though?
I don't. Have you seen his hand?
Oh wait, Osan isn't running rival, so
yeah.
So the answer is no. Well, survive is a.
Yeah, Shane's saying Osan's gonna lose his mind and attack a face down Shameful, and then you'll win. And then you'll win that way. Wait, he plays a Whisperer instead of the second rival. He's just dead now.
So.
Rivals are 12. Yeah, if you just play both your rivals pre-conflict and then put them in, you will be tied. But then your character will get boxed, so it doesn't matter.
Why play them pre-conflict?
Well, because if you wait, then the Sami activates.
Yes, correct, thanks. But, yeah, this is... I have Kachiko in hand.
That'd be pretty dope. I would have to DQ him, though.
Hang on, Kachiko costs no influence.
That's true.
To play with Kachiko.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can play Kachiko.
It's fine. Yeah, he's just Scorpion to be immune to Way of the Scorpion. You know, it would be a significant buff to Scorpion if Way of the Scorpion was a neutral card.
I would agree. Because everyone would be playing it, and then they just wouldn't be able to target Scorpion characters. And Scorpion's the only character.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, Scorpion's the only clan with the looter in this game.
Yeah, we have fair and interactive cards.
I mean, you do, and they are very interactive, so I actually don't care. I mean, I get to use Katsuki Investigator, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, that's a card. Somebody printed that card.
What do you mean it's interactive? I look at your hand and I pick a card. I'm interacting with my opponent.
Yeah, it's just like how I always tell people that, like, Counterbalance is an interactive card, right?
Look.
Because I look at your spell and then I look at the top 3 cards of my deck.
Well, Sensei's Dying Top got banned, so we're safe. We're safe from the counterbalance overlords.
Okay, fine. I'll just draw 3 cards.
The worst was when Wear Tear used to count for 1, 2, and 3 because of the ruling. That was real dumb.
And 3?
Yeah, so it used to have its own separate costs, and then it also used to have the fuse cost. So it used to be.
Oh right, but then they ruined everything.
Yeah. So the ruling got changed, so it's actually just only a 3 now.
Can you even put Fire Ice on Isochron Scepter anymore?
I believe so. Actually, I don't think so. I think because it's a 4. Because when it's not on the stack, it's total convert. Yeah, I don't think you can.
That's fine. I love.
I mean, you would just put Chant on there anyway, right? Like Scepter Chant was the deck.
Yeah. I like my cool nonsense where if you reveal Fire Ice on Bob, you take 2 damage, you lose 2 life twice.
Oh yeah. Now it's just 4.
Yeah. Sorry, I know we're a little distracted, but...
Well, I mean, I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure anything.
All right, here it comes. So meditations happens. So
The timing it clicked, and the game's over.
I believe he's dead. He cannot play anything, and he has no fans, so he's just dead.
And this is why I went from playing like 2 attachments to 11.
Yeah, attachments are very strong. It turns out.
How many are you on right now?
21.
Test of skill for attachment start deck. Here we go.
Yeah, I think I would play all. I would think I would play only attachments then if I was gonna do something like that.
Yeah, play only attachments. Don't play with test of
So
skill
it'd be
after
the
all.
3 test of skills and the 3 wanderers would be the only non-attachments. Yeah, it's currently 21 with 14 events and 5 characters.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't even play Steward of Law.
What? Oh, sure. In Crane Splash, yeah, I probably wouldn't. I'd play Kakita Blade.
Skill, right? Kakita Blade.
Yeah, dude. I need. So when I policy debate and bid 5, I at least win an honor back.
Sure. Have you tried putting 34 attachments in a deck?
Yeah, it's not good.
Fair enough.
I mean, like, you're not playing court games and you're not playing policy debate. Like, there are just events that are.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like, I'm playing the only events I'm playing are just all insane events, right? Like, my only events are policy debate, Fury, Let Go, court games, charge.
All right. Well, Justice was done. The deck that contained favorable grounds won.
Yeah, there we go.
No, I don't think that was the mistake, given that he fire-ringed an honored character anyways. Firing to make an honored character. There were a lot of just minor... I'm guessing both players were kind of rusty.
I've been off censure for multiple weeks, Shane. The cup deck that I won the tournament with was literally a full month, almost a month old. Like, I submitted that deck, and then like 3 days later we started changing it.
Well, everyone's always changing their decks, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I changed it pretty drastically, right? Like, I swapped Dynasty cards. Like, I swapped a lot of cards.
Yeah, we get to get Tranquil Figure of Jaded a lot. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I went up on Finger of Jade, like stuff like that. Alright, well, that's gonna do it. So, thanks to the players. Thanks, Doman, for casting. Sorry about the tangents. The game was just kind of slow. And it was just at least it was a quick death.
Yeah, and let's check. They both drew one way of the crane, so the tiebreaker goes to the player who drew the most Voices of Honor, which was Osan. Yep.
Yeah, and he won. So we found the line. So moving on through the LCQ, let's check the bracket here. Looks like Osan is going to be playing against Neff, so another crane mirror. I hope these cranes are gonna have fun for these mirrors.
Yeah, maybe they'll go to the dojo of High Roll and get some practice.
Yeah. I think we have Bill. I'm gonna try and get to bed early today. I think Bill's playing the Paris champ tomorrow, and I really want to stream that game.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's a lot of crane on this one.
Yeah. Bill's playing 8:30 p.m. or 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, playing the Paris champ. So I would really like to stream that game. See if the Discord one of the Discord fellows can do it. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this game. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and we'll catch you for the next stream.
See you all.